news coming from US. So looks like Joe Biden has won the presidency. So that's been the news of the day yesterday. So he has crossed about 290 votes. So looks like the excitement in the US and the stock markets because of the US presidential elections is over now, and so all that hangover should go. But now the big question is, how is that going to play around on the global securities market, or and how is that going to play around on Indian security markets or Indian stock markets? So some people are saying that Joe Biden may be pro-China. He's a pro-China. Some people are saying he's probably going to carry over the anti-China, but no one knows. So that's a divided rule. And other things are Senate and House are also kind of divided in terms of the some Senate is wherein the the Trump group is basically Republicans are having majority in the House, wherein Democrats are having majority. So that it may not be a very easy cakewalk for uh, Biden for carrying out his initiatives. That can be a positive and negative both. Because it may not allow him to increase the tax rate so aggressively as he's been you know saying since his election campaign. So that can be a good thing. Another point is many people say the Kamala Harris, the vice president from Joe Biden's group, whether she's Indian origin, but whether she's going to be good for India or not, that's again yet to be seen because her remarks previously, historically, she's been kind of anti-India on many of the Indian transformation related things. So she's been very vocal on anti-India. So let's see. So many things are yet to be seen. They are hidden. Let's see. But the easiest thing to do is let's see what chart's saying and so on. So hello friends, this is Asim from Bulls and Bear. So we are going to talk about today on Nifty. If Nifty has some resistances in the near future, or is it going to break that new high? I'll share some of the you know most promising or potent tools in technical analysis, what these tools are suggesting, whether we'll be able to take the make a new all-time high, breaking 12,440 kind of levels, or if not. So let's see, rest is future. We don't know, we can't predict, we just see what we see on the charts. So, and we have a right to go wrong. So but let's keep it simple. Let's see what chart's saying. All right, so I'm on this Nifty daily chart. So I have drawn some of the key lines here mentioning, and what I'm using here is, and that's what we are going to talk about today majority, is what is Fibonacci suggesting us, right? So I have drawn some of the key levels from the recent swings and lows and so on, right? So just to kind of give, so what I've done is that I have drawn a retracement, let's say from here to this level. So let's do that again. So from here to this level, sorry, yeah. So this was wherein we had kind of fallen from, and that is what it suggests that sorry, give me a second, let me just see which one I had used. So this is a 12,000, of course is going to be a good support level. I had drawn these levels basis some of the, let's say one is just to show you the power of Fibonacci. I keep on drawing it other way around generally, and then I had to really twist it. So this is what when we fall all the way and be retraced. See how 161% of that whole retracement had proven to be a resistance, so it stopped here, and then from here, once it is crossed, so it again took a support couple of times, support here at this level and this level. So this is how Fibonacci levels can play a very good tool for us to decide what target, where is Nifty going to pause next. And similarly, let's say here again Nifty went down this 161 level, and from there again when it started coming, it paused for a couple of days. So this is definitely a very good tool to find out what is next level. And then there was a natural support, resistance levels of around figure of 12,000. So that's where Nifty took a um, resistance. So next level following this same method is, let's say if we take that big swing historically that has taken. So one is the 13,500 level that we see, whether that is, but that's again, little too far from there. However, we can leverage the same tool, so that definitely can be a very strong level to be seen in future. But what we can see is um, that what is our latest swings are talking about. Our latest swing was, let's say this, and wherein it had from this level. So this can take us to the 161% is then 12,760 kind of levels. So that is what it is. So this level is definitely going to be a big hurdle in the short term. And before that, there's another level that can prove to be a significant is this level, so which is 12,265 where we had closed yesterday, and on the other side. So no doubt some of these levels are going to be playing resistance for Nifty. So now another aspect is looks like that entire Joe Biden victory news or Trump going away news, which market was kind of market looks like taking positively from there, has already been priced in. And why I'm saying so is because we have already moved for more than 13-14% since from the lows, right? So that is it's already, it looks like it's already priced in. However, you never know what it shows. Now if you see, if it is the news is priced in, so what can be our support levels, right? We have seen that natural resistance levels will be, of course, be our all-time high. It's not going to really break in Azifi because we have not really touched that all-time high for long. So this level of, let's say, so some of the levels, let's say 12,430, 40 is of course going to be, maybe you can round it up in an intraday basis, it can go from 12,430, 40 to 12,500 round figure kind of levels, and then from there it may retrace or consolidate, you never know, right? It can also happen that yeah, it just jumps over that, basis global cues and all. So that is one level. But where is the support? Support definitely lies in the range of that 12,000 levels, right? So 12,000 levels. So I've just gone back on hourly chart and seen that what is, let's say, the charts whereby where we can have a decent. So this is the zone that I see, that this is definitely a good support of 12,000, and if that is taken care of, so this 150 point range from 12,040 to 11,900 zone is a good support level. And why? Because this is a natural support of the three tops, and then it was broken by a big gap up, and that gap itself will act as a support. So this is the support that we are talking about. So let's see what happens. So maybe we are going with the 12,500 kind of upper ceiling, and 20,000 is a lower ceiling. So that's a 500 point range for this week, maybe, right? But looks like the whole optimism about uh, Biden victory is already priced in, and it can be a we may head to a sell on sell on news kind of a rally, or sell on news kind of a fall also, or maybe consolidation. So at an overall level, yes, Nifty has broken out this 12,000 level, but the ceiling is really near. On the other side, floor is also not that far. So best could be that Nifty consolidates within this range and then take off to the next levels of 12,003, 13,000 levels. So that's about Bank Nifty, and let's look at the Nifty. Oh, sorry, that was about Nifty, and let's now look at the Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty looks like a major action expected. However, I see a similar tool like we used for uh, you know Fibonacci. I've drawn some levels here. So looks like this 27,200 kind of a range uh, is going to play a big, is going to play a resistance in the short term. And on the other side, if you see that Bank Nifty has broken out and it has run up already from 23,600 kind of levels to 26,900 kind of levels, right? So this is a big 3,000 plus point jump, which is 15% almost. So yeah, it's again a good idea to basically, or maybe good for the market to take a pause here and consolidate before it really moves. So but the natural resistance will be 27,200 kind of levels. If it is taken out, then of course it's going to be much bigger rally from there. So let's see what we can expect, let's say using the same tool Fibonacci from that levels. Again, I did it other way around, my bad. So yeah, so this is what is basically the 161.8% of the last swing, right? So 27,140, or maybe 27,200, 27,100 zone. So that is what it is. But if it is taken out, then it can be another 31,000 is probably the next target from this low. On the other side, if we plot the same you know to a slightly longer term cycle or a longer term swing, so this is what it is. So which was, let's say, from the bottom, right? So here again that 161% comes around 29,300 kind of levels. So these two levels are going to be very, very crucial, and that is what we need to keep in mind for our trading. Though 29,300, 400 looks like a little bit too far as of now, but that's what will happen. We can just let these levels be on our charts, and this can really prove us to be good levels to note in future. So I'll just 29,400, I'll just draw this level right somewhere around here. So this is, let's say, some of those two levels that we can see. Now the question comes, where is the support? So support definitely is, this is a breakout zone wherein we consolidated and then broke out. So this can be one of the good support areas of 24,500. So, or if Bank Nifty doesn't really take a pause here, then it there is no immediate support zone except for this gap here that we see on a daily chart. So which is the gap is 26,000 and 25,900. So this 100 point, which itself is about 800 points down. So this can be a very good uh, thing for market if comes back to these levels and then again take a starts rising from there. So this is about Bank Nifty. Let's see, on the other levels that I have drawn. Yeah, that is what I was talking about. Is 25,750 to 26,150 kind of zone can act as a support zone for Bank Nifty in a very shorter term. And that correction is going to be very healthy from my point of view. However, the bigger major support is at 24,800 levels. So let's see how it works out, how it plays. And before we move on to the individual stocks, let's see what are the heavyweights suggesting us on charts. Do we see any kind of things? Let's say Bank Nifty, the major contributors like HDFC banks and the ICICI banks and the Kotak banks of the world. Let's see HDFC Bank, how it is. What is it saying? See, this is a clear-cut breakout here from HDFC Bank again. So it has taken couple, it has paused, then taken off, then again, it looks like it is taking a short-term corrections in between and then going up. On a daily charts, it is definitely at a resistance. See here, this is that kind of twice it had come down from this levels. So it has kind of gone to the pre-corona levels, so which is a very significant. So it can lead to, or it may just start having correction from this level, or before it really crosses. It can't really cross in just one go that without any retracement or profit bookings at this level, because this is definitely a major level for HDFC Bank. So it's making a new all-time high, so that's not going to be too easy probably, but you never know. So that is about let's say HDFC Bank, which is definitely leading and have led this rally from 1180 to 1300 kind of levels just in 4-5 sessions, and conceding the heavyweight in the market. So this is very good. What is HDFC showing? HDFC is again, see, it is broken out, retested, which is even better pattern, and from there it took off. And the next level that if we think, what I see is that still the about 130 points, so which is 6 to 7% kind of a rally HDFC may see. So it's better placed than HDFC Bank. Now let's say talk about ICICI Bank. So what is ICICI Bank doing? So ICICI Bank, as we discussed last time also, it has crossed over this hurdle of and broken out of this range. Now if you see, this is broken out and consolidation happens, so which is a beautiful thing, that breakout and then consolidation, and we can see this is a kind of pole formation that's happening here. Just give me a second, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yes, so here, see, this is a kind of pole and this is a kind of flag pattern. So if it is kind of looks like it will take out, and if it takes out, so this can be a good 50 points rally in yeah, so there can be a 50 points rally in ICICI Bank, which can take it to the levels of 490 kind of a zone, which is in itself is a natural resistance level. See here. So that is what we are seeing in terms of the levels. Let me draw a line here. So 490 levels are, that's what we can see here. So this is our breakout level. So just better to trade in ICICI Bank on looking at the buying signals. Let's talk about Kotak. So Kotak Bank is same like your HDFC Bank is near all-time high. So that's again at a resistance. So it's, and the rise is again very parabolic kind of a rise. If you see this, in the last 10 sessions, it has gone from 1350 to 1730 kind of levels, so which is 20% plus kind of rise. However, that we can see that it has made a flag formation here, and wherein it paused and then broke out, and then this 1590 and 1350, so 140 points from here, so which was kind of 1800 kind of level. So that's a target that was coming, and it is very close to that target. So that's again, it may just have a but the beautiful run up is definitely there in these banking leaders. All right, so this is about banking, and let's look at Reliance. What is Reliance suggesting? So all these stocks are suggesting that HDFC Bank and Kotak Bank may pause for some time, and wherein the ICICI banks of the world may take may start taking the index higher. So here also we had seen that yes, Reliance has taken a support at these levels of 1840 kind of levels, and from there it has already come up about 200 points. So now the next level for Reliance is 2170, 2180 kind of levels. So if that is so, all these things are suggesting that Nifty is heading higher, or maybe consolidating, or Nifty management is done. So that's a different story. But these heavyweights are suggesting some good, momentum in Nifty. So that's about it. So in terms of Nifty and some of the heavyweights. So some other positions that I took is looks like even the technology is also going to support markets, the heavyweights of technology, which is your TCS. I have just done some bit of analysis on those as well. Let's say if banking, uh, the main leaders of the last run, which is primarily banking, if they take a pause, so maybe Nifty IT stocks can give a push to Nifty, and Reliance and IT may give a push to Nifty. So this is what is TCS looking. So it is basically uh, it has come down from 2900 levels to 2600 levels, and from there it was taking a pause. So looks like there's a good amount of consolidation happening here, and then it broke out this 2670 levels and it's going higher. So it can definitely, I see there's a potential of about 8 to 10% in TCS from these levels. So this is about TCS, and let's say I have taken some positions in HCL Tech, very short term position, as I have explained to you in my last video as well. So it has taken a support here from this support levels, and now it's trying to go up. My target on very short term target on this is about 880, and once it really reaches to that 880 levels, so I'll be kind of booking my profits. So this is about this, and a couple of cash stock ideas that we may just have is Sterlite Technologies. So this is a kind of pattern that I really love to trade. This is again, see here, so there was a dime swing, though it is going in a kind of range, right? If you see from here, so sorry, that's it's kind of trading in that range, so maybe this. So if you basically have, what I would suggest, think is a good idea to take a buy position on this, maybe at the morning around 145 to 147 kind of levels. Keep a stop, tight stop on 144.75, 144.70, which is a kind of just 3 points stop loss, and then we can play it for the levels of 155 and 158 zone. So this is what I would think the very good risk reward ratio of 1:3, 1:4. So that is what I would think is a good idea. Another is, let's say, Ujjivan. I thought to share some of the things today, considering it's a weekend and you may have some time to basically go through in detail. So this is one really good chart pattern I see. It has broken out on daily charts. So this is 221, 222 levels. So if I were to kind of draw this horizontal line here, so this is a kind of breakout has happened on this. So, and the immediate target can be 232, so 10 points on a very short term. And if this is taken out, the bigger meat is going to be once, let's say, this is taken out. So 267, 270 kind of zone, if that is taken out, so then that can be a very, very good, 6 to 8 months kind of a story for big jump in the profitability. Let's go and see the weekly charts, how they are looking. See, this is what I'm talking about on a weekly chart. Also, this has kind of broken out from this tiny consolidation zone. And if I were to show, let's say, how badly it has consolidated here. Let's say this is not here, sorry, this one. So this is broken out, and the next target, if that is taken out, is, let's say, 223 is here. Let's go back here, sorry. So this is taken out, so I don't see it is going to stop here, and then maybe that is what we are seeing. The target is here. So the stop loss for this can be if someone who's very pessimistic or not a very risk averse people basically can take a stop of about 215. On the other side, yeah, so that is what 215 kind of stop, and then target expectation of somewhere to the tune of 260. But just be mindful that that it crosses 234 levels. That's even better, right? Then our risk reward goes much better. So first target 234 and then 264 kind of levels. So yeah, so this is about it, and I would love to kind of hear back from you guys. What do you think about these charts that we discussed? So we discussed quite a few today, and video is a little bit lengthier, but we have discussed few charts. So let's see how that goes, and if you want to learn technical analysis properly, I have mentioned few books in the description, so you may just feel free to go and look at those. So these are freely available books from Amazon. So not freely available, I meant it's kind of easily available. So that's all about today. So let's be very careful. It can be a seller news. However, some of the stocks are suggesting that there is a good breakout happening, and some are suggesting that they are reaching to their major resistances. Just keep that in mind. So overall action, maybe Reliance in technical stocks in the coming week, or technology stocks in the coming week, can be a good opportunity for us to trade. Any suggestions, any comments, please feel free to leave your comments on the comment section. I'll be happy to respond to all, and please do share it with your friends so that they also can take a they can do their own analysis in a calculated way. And happy trading. Thank you. Bye.